What is going on, everyone? It's Brody back again with another tennis video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about what you actually need to get started playing tennis. So the very first thing you're going to need to get started, besides just having the actual court and knowing where you can go to play tennis, is going to be a tennis racket. So you can get your tennis racket from a multitude of different places. You can go to Walmart, you can go online, you can go to actual tennis retail stores. It's a whole lot of options to figure out this one thing. If you know someone who's played tennis and you've been thinking about getting into it, don't be afraid to reach out to him, ask him, hey, can I go and play with you, just so that I can get into it? I'm new to the sport and I'd like to give it a try. Do you have an extra racket? Most of the time they'll have an extra racket, so you should be good to go. But overall, in the beginning, you don't necessarily need to focus on the exact specific racket that will fit your best style of gameplay, because you don't know what that is yet. You're still figuring that out, and that's where just getting a racket in your hand so you can go out there, see how everything is, see what's going on. Just make sure you even like the sport before you make the investment going into, say, like a $230 racket. Yes, those exist. There's also rackets that are more expensive than those, so you don't have to do that in the beginning. But tennis racket, paramount. Second thing you're gonna need is the actual tennis specific shoes, not just sneakers. I've made plenty of videos about these before, but if you wear regular sneakers onto a tennis court, then they are going to get destroyed. Not only the tread, but also the upper parts of the shoe, because they're not designed to do all of the specific lateral movements that are needed to play tennis correctly. If you get an actual tennis fitting shoe and just a shoe made for tennis, then the outsoles aren't going to mark the court. Your ankles are going to thank you a lot more than they would if you were wearing your normal shoes, and you're going to avoid injury a lot easier, because the specific tennis shoes are more designed to help support your foot in the correct ways needed, rather than the normal sneakers or gym shoes that will just end up hurting you more than they will end up helping you. Disclaimer as well, do not wear running shoes. They are arguably even worse than the gym shoes, because running shoes are very lightweight, not very stable. They're great going forward. They are not great going side to side, which in tennis, that's a lot of what you're going to be doing. So if you wear running shoes, you have a much higher chance of rolling your ankle, just because of how unstructured they are. They're not meant to play here, so just don't try it. It's not going to end well. So now you got your racket, you got your shoes. Now you just need some tennis balls. Basic. You can, especially starting out, you can especially go with almost any specific kind you like. Some people prefer different types of tennis balls. I have made a video about that, so you can find that on my channel as well, just if you're interested in that. Some people are, some people aren't, but it is still a paramount thing about our sport. So it's relevant once you start playing for a while and you're like, okay, what can I do to make sure that I'm actually getting and playing with the best possible equipment? So tennis balls, if you find any, just open up a fresh can, you'll be fine. So you got your racket, you got your shoes, you got the tennis balls, then you just have to find somewhere to play. Usually most parks, or just local, sometimes you can go to a tennis club, they'll have the nets set up, courts out in the open, you're good to go. Or you can go to sometimes a local park. It will have a tennis wall. You can hit on that, just so that you can understand like what it actually feels like to hit a tennis ball and go through the motions and see what's going on. Other than that, if you can find someone that would like to play with you, that is going to be pretty helpful. Playing tennis one-on-one against the wall, it's great for practice and everything, but you really just get a different experience playing with yourself and someone else. So if you can find a buddy, whether it be through a club or you bring someone else that you think would really enjoy the sport into, that's great. Do it. Perfect. Good. Awesome. Have fun with you two. Keep growing. If they drop off, that doesn't mean you have to. They may not enjoy it as much as you, and that's okay. Tennis, I believe, is a sport for everyone. As long as they are just open to it, they'll have fun. You'll have fun, And as long as you follow the few simple tips in this guide and video, you really shouldn't be on the way to injury unless for some odd reason something bad happens. But as long as you got the right shoes, a good racket, you're pretty much going to be good. So that's pretty much it for the basics of what you need to actually get started playing with tennis. If you have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments section so I can answer them. Like the video so that I know that this was actually helpful for you guys. Subscribe to the channel so we can grow this and just get the word out there, because I saw a lot of tennis misinformation being thrown out into the tennis community. So I took it upon myself to make this channel and make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. So with that being said, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below so I can help you out with anything else. Share this video with a friend if they're wanting to get into tennis and you think that they may be a good fit for you to actually go out and play with. And as always, take care.